here at the League of Cities with Tabatha. Tabatha, can you introduce yourself? Tell us what city you're from and why you're here today at the League of Cities.
So I'm Tabatha Miller, and I'm with the city of Arcata, far up north here in Northern California, a city of about 19,000 people, and home to Cal Poly Humboldt, our newest technical school in our university system.
Oh, that's wonderful. And you were talking to me yesterday about some amazing things that are going on in your city. Can you enlighten our audience about what is new in your city?
We have all sorts of new things going on in the city. We have a new general plan, which just won an amazing award. We're really trying to redevelop and encourage growth and infill, and make it easier on developers and really encourage.
Give a good framework for everything, right?
Investment, and we're just starting to see projects that are being submitted, and so it's a work in progress, but we're going to see how that works. We are looking at doing a transient occupancy tax or a hotel tax.
Wonderful.
Sharing program. I know other communities in California have been able to renovate or encourage new hotels or accommodations in their cities that have really transformed their draw and even their tax revenue. So we're looking at trying to do that.
TOT taxes work really well for
They
cities.
do.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
it's one of those that's a little easier to pass, and it's direct and you collect it yourself. So
That's
it's
awesome.
certainly an intricate part of our revenue source, and we'd really like to make sure that not only we collect more and have those funds available to provide city services, but also to put back into the businesses, and so they can invest it and they can build their own business and grow at the same time.
It really benefits everyone.
It does.
And it allows those that are visiting your community to pay the bill for that, which is really nice.
And
it's a benefit for everyone.
And we want them to have a good experience when they're too.
Absolutely.
I mean, we want them, when they come to visit us, to be happy with where they stay and what they see and what their experience is, and go back and tell all their friends.
Awesome. Anything else that's on the horizon?
We have some amazing projects that are in the works. We've done a lot of we're a city that's about 155 years old.
Wow,
give or take.
Nice
So,
history.
Nice history, but it means we have aging infrastructure. And
Yes.
so that's one of our big challenges that we're really working on now. And so we're looking at replacing a significant portion of our water system, which is all underground. We also are in the final stages of a complete renovation of our wastewater treatment plant. To bring it up to code, and that's been an exciting project. I realize water, sewer are not necessarily on everybody's list, but
It's something we are using every day, and without that infrastructure, you can't have that good quality of life that you want for your residents.
One of the other projects that's just getting started is reconnecting Arcata, and the idea behind this is that Highway 101 runs down through the center of our town, and when it was put in as a 4-lane highway, it split the town in half and really created a divide. Not only that, but it also took out quite a bit of housing and residents and really disrupted the community and really separated the community in a lot of ways. And so we're trying to look at ways to connect the west and the east side of our town and bring those back together and create some cohesion, easier paths for moving back and forth,
Right.
Both walking paths, biking paths, just to actually the idea of reconnecting the community.
So what are some of the ways that you guys are attacking that problem?
So there's all sorts of ideas out there. Some are creating more bridges across so that you can just physically get from one place to the other. There is a really more pie in the sky idea of actually putting a cap over the highway so that you actually would have probably like a 3 or 4 acre piece of property that would actually add to the community and be available for parks or civic centers, housing, whatever you can think of, which would be very cool.
Yeah.
And also create, again, that land bridge where you can get back and forth by bicycle and walking.
And you're bringing those communities back together.
Bringing the communities back together. You're really connecting, our it really has been dividing. We've got our industrial, more commercial area that's been divided completely from the rest of the town. The university is on one side, the old downtown is on the other. Really trying to just, be a full,
finding balance within your
balance
community.
and also be a complete community.
That's amazing. So tell me about a few of the signature events that you have in your city.
Signature event. So probably one of our biggest is we have an annual Oyster Fest.
Ooh,
And it's
when
on
is
our,
that? I want to come to that.
it's what it sounds like. It's on our historical plaza. So and basically it is vendors, and the whole idea is to honor the oyster. And we have we grow oysters locally in our bay, and they have a whole ecosystem that's amazing for the water, and they
that's
actually
amazing.
add value to the community on their own, but they're also delicious to eat. And so you can come eat oysters, you can drink local beer, local wine,
Nice.
buy from craft vendors, and we get about 10 to 12,000 people that'll attend this little tiny event.
Wow, almost the same amount of people that are in your
Exactly.
city come to this festival.
It's amazing. It brings people in. It's enjoyable. It's a nice party. It's during the day in the middle of the summer, and so it's a great event.
That's amazing.
It is.
What time of year is that?
That is in summer, so that's around June, July.
June, July.
Yeah.
Very nice. I'm going to look forward to that. What are some other things that are going on in your city that you're proud of?
We just recently borrowed from a neighboring city one of their ideas, which is the Friday night market. They weren't going to do it in September, so we started offering every Friday night, same plaza, same historical plaza, bringing people down for food and drink and events and live music, and pulling it out Friday night from 5 to 8.
Nice.
Nice little event. It brought lots of people into our community, introduced them to our restaurants, our stores, who were really happy to have new blood and have that time. We're a quiet little town, so Friday night at 7 o'clock is typically not.
Yeah, everybody's
busy.
going to bed.
everybody's home, and so it's been really nice to have that influx in our community, bring people who maybe haven't been there for a while, and share. And we're not competing with with our sister city.
Right.
We're incorporating.
Working in collaboration with.
Exactly.
So how can people find out about your city and the things that are going on in the near future?
So we've got a couple ways, and we're working on an economic strategic plan, which is another way we're trying to figure out how to let people know more about us.
Right.
We have a website, Visit Arcata, but I have to tell you it's kind of a work in progress. That's one of the other things on our list of things to improve.
Right.
And just Google us, it's, even just looking up our cityofarcata.org, and you can find out more. But we're really focusing on trying to get the word out that this is an amazing community. We have a community forest. We were the first in the nation to do that. We have a farm that was gifted to us years ago that actually is an operating little farm.
And the city owns the farm?
And the city owns the farm.
Oh, wow. Tell me more about that.
So it was gifted to the city, and it was operated as a farm for years. We've just done a collaboration with a local group that focuses on gardens and equity and bringing people together, and so we've turned the project over to them. But it's kind of a cool thing.
And the community can come together and do some gardening and so on and so forth?
Yes. The whole
I
idea
love
is that, and also participate, in buying from the
so
goods
it's like a full circle.
Yeah.
I'm a farm girl from Missouri, so anytime you're talking about a farm, I'm all in. That is amazing. Well, thank you so much for coming today to share more about your city. And is there any final thoughts that you'd like to share with us before we go?
No, we're just really excited in Arcata. We're way up north. It's the cool, weather. We're on the ocean. We've got a bay, and we just want people to know that we're there. And this
Sounds
is a
like a
special
beautiful place to visit, and definitely come and get some of those oysters, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Tabatha,
Thank
for
you.
joining me today.